friend, Laura Krumzak here with the Disney Slowdown, where I'm going to help you plan your magical vacation on a budget and slow down to savor those moments with special needs children. Let's talk about plan your food. I know, sounds a little crazy. What you're going to do with this vacation is you're going to do a lot of planning ahead of time so that hopefully things will run smooth. And if you're like me, I'm kind of like, I have to take it in, I have to listen to it, I have to see it. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is to plan out what you're going to eat, or maybe what your kids will eat. Maybe you've got a picky eater and they will only have chicken strips or they will only have burgers. You don't want to be in the parks, whichever one it is, and you're not near anything that they're going to eat and you're on the verge of meltdowns. We have been there. We have done that. We have pushed it. One more thing. Okay, we're going to go do this one more thing. And I just want to say that at Disney, objects in the mirror are further than they appear, because you are going to walk miles and you're thinking, oh, it's just down there. 3 hours later, and you finally get to where you thought you were going. Do not underestimate how spread out it is. The map makes it look really tiny, but it's really not. And some of those pathways can be a little tricky. So download that My Disney Experience app if you have not already. Open it up. At the very top, you're going to select, you're going to filter, but there's usually it defaults to wait times. So you can pull that down for dining. And then you can filter it by which park you want to look at. I did not, in my handy dandy spreadsheet, I did not write all the dining options, but there are spaces there for you to fill in what looks good to you. So if you don't have my Google Spreadsheet yet, it'll be in the link below. And if you have not, please subscribe. Let me know you're here. Feel free to ask any questions, okay? Comment, ask any questions. I really am here to help you have the best trip ever, because we have had some not so great days with our kids, and it's because we thought we knew what we were doing, and then it turned out we had no clue. So if you have picky eaters, you want to know where those chicken strips are at and where that burger and fries are at. The food really, price-wise, it's not terrible. I mean, 4 chicken strips and a handful of fries is a pretty good portion, and it's like $12. A cheeseburger with fries, it's like $12. The theme park food really is not terrible. But I don't go to Disney to eat chicken strips and fries or burgers and fries. I want to try some of that Disney specific food stuff, and I want to try something unique. I want to try something that I can maybe recreate at home. That's what I want. And so I do watch the food vloggers, the Disney vloggers. I like the Disney food blog, DFB Guide on YouTube. I also like allears.net and the Mammoth Club. So DFB Guide, if you have not been to their website, definitely go. Their videos kind of give a highlight, but you want to go to their website because they have reviews of every single restaurant and every single item on the menu. They try it all, and they do it multiple times a year. It's not like just a one and done. They will go back and revisit something, especially if it's been given a bad review. I don't know how big their team is, but there's several. It's not just AJ. Not anymore, at least. So I always like to go to the website and see what exactly did they say about this. That has caught me up a few times where I did not do that. The Sci-Fi Diner, I took my daughter there for her birthday, and one of the desserts looked amazing. It has so many flavors. There was so much going on. I mean, it looked a little strange for a dessert, but I thought, this is cool. We'll get that. The flavors were horrible. Like, there was no flavor, and it was kind of like freezer burnt. So it was one good. And I'm like, great. And I remembered after we ate it that I had looked this up on DFB Guide and I'd forgotten that they said this is not a good dessert. Another thing that caught me up is I love Epcot. I absolutely love Epcot. And I took the kids to Epcot by myself, and that's when we upgraded to our annual passes here for Florida. We got the cheap seats, don't be impressed. But I was watching all the vlogs and all these festivals, they have some kind of a food crawl, which I was super excited about. You would buy 5 items out of a list of maybe 8 or 11 all across the park. And then at the end, once you got your 5 stamps, you would go and get a redemption and they would give you another food item. I was so excited. So I was like, we're definitely going to do the crawl. We are spending money on the food here. Well, we went during the Flower and Garden Festival, which was beautiful, but it was a garden graze, which I'd heard, but I didn't register. It was all plant-based. There was only 2 things on there that was actual protein, and those did not get good reviews. The rest of it was all sweet stuff. And I'm like, we're not going to spend $30 on sugary things and just lose our minds. So we did not pack our protein snacks. We did not have anything in our bag. It was horrible. So we ended up melting down. 2 kids wanted to go to Mexico. One was like, I just have to have a brat from Germany. So, which leads me to my next point. Mobile order. Mobile order is your friend. You will have to put in a credit card to use the app for mobile order or even mobile purchasing. You have to have it loaded in there. However, when you make your purchase of either food or merchandise, because you can do mobile checkout either online and then go by and pick it up, or you can shop in the store, and if the line's really long, you can scan your code for a mobile checkout and then go check out at the desk and they just check your items. Once you get to the checkout, you can switch your payment method to a credit card or a gift card because the credit card's already in there. So what I like to do is get e-gift cards, and then I will copy and paste the e-gift card number on like a document like a Google Doc or a note, a pad or something. Just cut those numbers, put it on there. So that way it's real easy. Copy and paste, and you're not having to pull out the card and type in all the numbers because you cannot save a gift card in the My Disney Experience app. I've heard people say that I guess if you stay on property, you can like charge it to your room and you've got the credit card on file, and then every night they will go to the front desk and they'll pay off their balance in gift cards. That's another way to do it. But for me, just walking around the parks, not staying on property, then I just like having that handy. It's real easy, cut and paste. You do have to, when you mobile order food, I like to do it right away. You can schedule the time for later on. If you think it's going to take you 30 minutes to get over there, or like 30 minutes is when you're targeting to eat, then you can schedule it for 30 minutes. You've got your order already placed. You've got it in there. Matter of fact, I did this the last trip while we were on the monorail. We were coming from Epcot. We were going to Magic Kingdom. We knew we wanted to eat at Sleepy Hollow because they have an amazing, it's like a honey and sriracha glazed fried chicken, like a fried chicken patty, on a waffle with a kale broccoli salad, which I know sounds weird, but it is so good. So we knew we wanted that, and we also wanted the hand-dipped corn dog, and we knew we wanted it from Sleepy Hollow. So as soon as we got on the monorail, I'm like, all right, I'm going to put my order in. I'm going to make it for about 45 minutes out. And then as we got into the park, we started walking over that direction, and then I hit, I'm here, prepare my order. Then we had to find the window. It took about 5 minutes or so, and they had the order ready to go, and we picked it up and we sat down. It was beautiful. Mobile order is definitely the way to go. You do not want to wait in those lines, especially when kids are hungry. Like, schedule it and be done. Some of the parks have some fancier food, and you do not want to be stuck like in Pandora over in Animal Kingdom with a kid who only wants to eat something that looks like a cheeseburger. They have a cheeseburger bao bun, which looks really cute. It's like a cheeseburger pod. But if your kid is expecting a flat patty with cheese on it in between a regular hamburger bun, you are not going to find it over there. So again, you want to be aware of what items you can get where, especially if you have picky eaters. There are dietary restriction options. You're going to find gluten-free, you're going to find some, vegetarian, you're going to find some vegan. So if you have a specialty diet, you really need to plan that ahead as well. Now, I've got 2 videos coming up for you. One is how to keep your kids from wanting everything in the park. I have tips and tricks for you because we use them all the time. We've been doing this for 6 years. It may not all be Disney, but every time we go somewhere, the kids are like, "Oh, I just have to have this." So I'm gonna lay it out for you, and also to dining plan or to not dining plan. That is the question. So subscribe, like this video, grab the Google Doc. We'll see you at the next spot. Bye, friends.